My girlfriend has been Snapchatting her co-worker. Should I be alarmed? I saw that my girlfriend is talking to her co-worker on Snap. One time that we were in a drive-through while we're talking, she was like, "Oh, my co-worker texted me." I didn't really care. We have been together for about 8 months now and I have strong feelings for her. I love her a lot, and I believe she does as well. We always talk about our future together, and we spend multiple days together. We currently don't live together but are eventually thinking about it. I've never been in an official relationship. She is pretty much my first in a lot of things. I am not. I did not lose my virginity to her, but I genuinely treat her like if she was. I've never done anything to make her jealous or try to, as I feel like jealousy is unnecessary, unhealthy, and unattractive. I don't get jealous really, but lately I've had some retroactive jealousy, and I've been working on it. She just told me too much of her past, and in all honesty I rather not hear about it, as I strongly believe in the past is in the past, and I never really told her my stories because I feel like it just has no place in our relationship. I am in love with her, not my past. I have been working on this issue just because she's done a lot of relationship things that I haven't gotten to experience, but I can't blame her for any of this. I know that's an issue that lies in me and I have to overcome it. There is some things that she has done that have upset me, but I keep a lot to myself. I need to improve on my communication skills. Multiple times she's confronted me on my mood, and I would say nothing's wrong. When I have finally told her, the conversation would mostly become about me not being honest than what I am actually feeling, and she would just say sorry and that'll be it, instead of let's talk about what's really bothering me and what can we both do to help each other. I've been more honest to her, but she tends to cry when I am upset about something, and I really don't like seeing her cry because it makes me feel like an asshole. I don't want to control her at all, so I just tend to apologize for making her cry and that'll be it. The reason I bring this up is because we love each other and there is some issues that we are working on. I admit to my wrongdoings in anything, and all I seek is advice from you guys if the feelings I am feeling are valid, or what can I do, if I should do anything, or if I'm in the wrong. Please be honest with me, as I just simply want to grow from this and become a better person for myself and her. She's been texting her male co-worker a lot. I've never bothered to look through her phone as I want to respect her privacy and I would want mine too, and I do my best to not sneak a peek while she's texting anyone. The other day she was driving me and she needed the address from one of her friends pulled up on her phone on Snapchat. I opened it up, went on the app and saw her friend at the very top, but also saw a guy's snap icon that has sent a snap unopened but at the second on top, and their conversion emoji was a smiley face with sunglasses, which means they are best friends because they have been snapping a lot recently. I quickly went to her friend's snap, pulled the address, and that was all, but thoughts started sinking to my head and I hate it. I hate thinking any of it. She doesn't really snap me, we just text. I don't really use Snapchat because I always thought it was a childish app and mostly used for hook ups, as that's the perception I always had of it. I have it but never use it really, only to text my close friends from high school and siblings. It just wasn't an app for me, but she doesn't know that. She just never texted me on Snap, so that's why I felt something sink through my chest. I just let it go. The next day we were laying in bed and I asked her if I could see the photos from yesterday because we were at one of her friends' parties and I just wanted to look at photos of her. She opened the photo app and on her recent library the first image was a screenshot of her coworker. He took a funny photo of himself, and I guess she screenshot it. The thing is, when she opened the app and saw that the photo was there, she looked at me and was like, "Oh look, I forgot to show you this funny pic of my coworker," but in all reality I doubt she would have showed me if we didn't stumble upon it together. I didn't say anything and just let it go, but the thought of it is eating me alive. I don't want to ask her because I don't want to control anything she does. It's just I wouldn't text any female co-worker on Snapchat, and I never really ask for any female co-workers' socials because I don't have a need to. If they want to be friends, I believe something like Instagram would be more of a friend thing. That's what I do. I only see friends post like and only ask on how they are doing if I'm close to them. I just wouldn't want to make her jealous, and I'm sure if she saw me texting another woman on Snapchat she'll question and ask about it. I haven't done or said anything, but this is very much getting to me. Is the way I am feeling valid? Should I say or do anything about it? Next story 2. I just broke up with my boyfriend of 1 year. My English is not perfect, I live in Europe, so please don't judge me, I don't even know where to start. Maybe it's good to mention that I struggle with self-harm and depression since I was a little girl, and I'm also going through tests to diagnose if I have borderline personality disorder. We were together for 1 year. I went through many things in my life, I got hurt by many people, and when I met him I thought all the pain was finally over. Of course I didn't just rely on him to fix my life, but he really made me feel so much better. We had fights, but I feel like 99% of these fights wouldn't even happen if it wasn't for my mental health. But in April he did something that totally changed everything. He met his friends who were on their way to a party, and I started to get mad at him for staying with them for so long. They were just standing in a parking lot, so I blocked him everywhere, and because of that he went to the party. I learned about this because I had all his social media, so basically I texted him, he lied about it and said he was with his family, and then when I called him I heard that he was at this party. At this point I was already out of the house taking a walk, and the second I heard all the party noises I got a panic attack. I cried and screamed at him over the phone, and at the end I tried to kill myself, not over-exaggerating here. He called ambulance and police before anything happened, so I finally calmed down when they came. From this moment I didn't feel safe with him anymore, and I stopped trusting him because it felt like he betrayed me going to a party only BC I blocked him. Since then our fights got much more frequent, and fast forward to now, he just started university and all I can think about is how many girls he is surrounded by. I never had any problem with him when it comes to other girls, he never even liked any post from a girl, etc. The reason why I broke up with him is because he wanted to go to all the activities that his university planned for the new students, and that involves partying and alcohol. And I feel like if he would care about me he wouldn't party even if it's just for this week. So today I barely talked to him, and then I saw on his university Instagram story that he sat in a circle with bunch of girls and just 2 guys, and of course he is saying that they couldn't choose who they wanted to sit with. But I feel like that was my last straw, and I couldn't just see him sit with girls and act like it's okay. So I blocked him, and now I don't know what to think. I don't know if I should trust him, and even if I try to it feels like I'm dying when I think about him going to a freaking party. I just don't understand why he won't do what I am asking him for, just stay home and don't go to a party. How can a party be more important than me? I don't know anything anymore. I just need to know what someone else thinks about all of this. I don't know if I'm behaving rationally. Comment. I think it's simply for the best. You, respectfully, need to do some self-work and reflection. I wish you find your peace, calm your anxiety, mature, and let him go. In my opinion, nothing was rational behavior in this story, rather abusive and controlling. Yet, without pointing any fingers. Could be that this comes from a place of immaturity and confusion and you don't acknowledge it. I hope this comment is taken in a constructive way. You are young and many learning curves are ahead. I wish you the best in your mental health recovery because you really need it. It is unreasonable for you to expect your boyfriend to avoid all girls besides you. There are other girls in the world and he will need to interact with them on some level. You need to work on trust, self-esteem, and your control issues before dating again. You were very controlling in this relationship and not behaving rationally at all. I also feel like it is unrealistic to tell a 20-year-old college kid no partying. You can set boundaries such as no excessive drinking, or ask that he texts you every so often to update you, but you can't try to control what he does. That's where you need to trust your partner. Next story 3. I have feelings for my classmate while I have a boyfriend. How do I proceed? I have been in a relationship with my BF. I have always thought I was straight and have never considered anything else, because of my parents' religion. Last end of summer, I started college and met a lot of new people. One of them was this girl in my class. I felt almost immediately attracted to her, but kept my distance at first. I had never experienced this before and I was pretty much still in denial. My boyfriend and I have always had a great relationship. We're really compatible, have the same humor, beliefs, stance in life and everything. If I communicate my needs, he will do his best to meet them and vice versa. Despite this, somehow my feelings for this girl kept growing. We became really good friends before I really knew it. I know it's stupid and I didn't mean for it to happen. I sorta hoped that once I got to really know her, I wouldn't crush on her anymore. College was hard. I am easily overwhelmed and stressed. My studies were stress-inducing and it made me really numb to any positive feelings. I felt many times like I didn't have enough feelings for my boyfriend anymore. I didn't feel much happiness, except for the crush I had. It sort of got me going. The girl I had a crush on got a girlfriend halfway through the school year. This was when my denial stopped. I realized that straight women didn't experience crushes on girls like this and that they didn't get jealous when said girls got girlfriends. I found it really hard to accept myself. It felt wrong because of my parents' beliefs and wrong because I already had a boyfriend. Nothing ever happened with her. Not physically, and I tried to hide from her that I even liked her, so no emotional affair either. Even though I had dreams about kissing her and stuff, I never had the desire to cheat, or would I ever cheat. I even considered breaking up with my boyfriend, because I felt terrible and it felt unfair to him if I continued. Somehow I kept marching on until summer break. By this point, hearing about my crush's girlfriend or seeing them together would totally send me into a spiral and be really toxic for me. I had no one to turn to and talk about these unwanted feelings I had been having. It kept bottling it up with all the stress about school. I couldn't function anymore. During the summer, I kept my distance from her. I kept conversations she started very short. I wouldn't react to stuff she sent and focused all of my attention on my boyfriend. I felt like I could breathe again. It was like I fell in love with him all over again. We were so in sync and the girl from my class was almost completely forgotten. Until school activities started up again this week. Everything came right on back. All those toxic, depressing feelings crashed back into me when I saw her the last few days. I have been feeling so angry, stressed and fearful again. I am so scared to fall back into toxic patterns again and to maybe lose my boyfriend in the process. I have tried ignoring her and keeping my distance from her this week, but that somehow makes it even worse. I am really at a loss here and don't know what else to do. I have to mention a few details. I strongly feel like she knows about my crush on her and she uses it for attention. Whenever she and her girlfriend are having problems, suddenly I get a lot of attention. Which makes it harder for me to keep her at a distance. She also seems to want to touch me whenever it is socially appropriate enough to do so. I don't know how to explain this without being too detailed. I am on a wait list for therapy. Wait lists are insane in my country right now. I have to wait like 6 months until I get professional help. Mainly to manage stress and other stuff. I have considered telling my boyfriend what has been going on inside my head, but I am just so scared that he is gonna be hurt and will want to break up. I have thought of almost every doom scenario there is. Comment. It is totally normal to have a crush on someone when we're in a committed relationship, we just can't avoid feeling attraction towards another human being. However, while it's okay to have a crush, it is not okay to nurture and act on it. Remember that a crush it's just a temporary thing and you don't know your classmate on a personal level, so I would definitely avoid ruining your relationship to pursue a temporary fling. Either go NC with the classmate and totally avoid her, or do the right thing and break up with your BF. He deserves much better than what you are giving him.